Well, very good to see you. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. And today we're going to talk about crypto and crypto investing and what's going on with not just Bitcoin, but Ethereum, XRP, everything across the board. And today I get an opportunity to speak with a brother that is going to be working with us in the Black Business School by the name of Troy D. White. Troy is a cryptocurrency expert, a good Black man, a smart brother, and also I did not know he's actually a member of the Black Experts Empire. So how you doing today, Troy?
Excellent. Glad to be here. Thanks for the great introduction. I feel important now.
Yeah. well, you is important. You is important.
That's right.
Everybody who's coming in, greet Troy, say hello to the brother. Also put your hashtag B1 in the chat. Hashtag B1 means that we're Black first. So we talk about financial stuff every day, but we're really talking about closing the wealth gap and building wealth in the Black community. So if you agree with that philosophy, put a hashtag B1 in the chat as you move along. Hello, Story Clark and Cornell Brown and Cortessa and Courtney Tarver. We see you. We see you. All right. So Troy, let's start from the beginning. Okay. So let's have a crypto conversation and also a Troy White conversation. So Troy, sure. Tell us about your background in crypto and what got you into this space in the first place.
So I got into crypto by default. It's by necessity because of in search of solutions for my firm, for what our firm wants to do. And so that's fundamentally fintech. So, blockchain and crypto are a large component of the fintech space, fintech industry. And so, it's a must know. You must know it if you're in it.
Okay. So tell us about your firm.
So Hoodoo Financial. We are a digital advisory. Our primary customer base is African Americans, but we help underbanked, non-banked, and you can be a millionaire too. It doesn't matter, but it's all about the technology. Basically, the technology has now allowed, or I should say, removed the barriers to entry into investment world and a lot of the tools that were previously unavailable to us. And so the technology exists, but the technology is just sitting there on the shelf until someone brings it to us. So, that's part of what our firm is here to do.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so Hoodoo Financial. All right. So with Hoodoo, you said you're did you you said did you say investment advisory or?
Yes, digital investment advisory, correct.
Digital investment advisory. Okay. So when I add that word digital to investment advisory, what does that mean for you?
Well, yeah, it could mean a lot of things, but primarily it's the digital delivery and the use of digital technologies in the process and the activity of delivering investment advice and implementing the solutions. So that's an investment platform, financial literacy, obviously, and as well as financial planning. So all of those three go together. So our theme is to learn, plan, and invest. So you have to know what the hell is going on, right? And then you have to make plans, and then you have to take actions. So all of those, you're not going to get people to come sit in front of me, and I can't help that many people to just, hey, come stand here and listen to me talk, right? So, and the actual delivery of financial services is very paper intensive. And in the past, I would be at a client's home all night, filling out paperwork and stuff, collecting forms. Well, now, zip, zip, click here, click there, bam, boom. That's fintech. It's the delivery, the analysis of the information, the integration of all your assets, and so all things. I'll start talking forever on that. But back to the crypto. Crypto is obviously part of that, and it's the future of that, and it's a major component that it's not. I would say we do not have the option to not know what's happening. We do not have the option of not being in. And I know everybody is excited in terms of investing in crypto. And yeah, that's cool. I'm into that too. I'm into investing in anything. You know, what's going to make me more? What's going to make my money make more money? But cryptocurrencies and the blockchain is actually more important than that. It's more important for us to understand it a little more in depth, at least, than just from, oh, which coin is going to go up or down, because, you know, who knows? That's the answer to that.
Yeah, you know, it does seem to me, and by the way, I'm speaking to Mr. Troy D. White. He's the CEO and founder, is that correct, of Hoodoo Financial? Is that accurate? Okay, and we're talking about changes in the crypto market. And everybody watching, by the way, if you could, please hit that thumbs up button right now. Hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. We're building Black-owned media, and we could really use your help. So take 1 second, please hit the thumbs up, share, subscribe button. So, you know, you make a good point. When you're talking about you know, what's going on with crypto, there's a lot of gambling energy in the air. You know, like I played this coin and this coin's going to hit. I'm trying to figure out which coin's going to hit next. And that's the same language. If you guys pay attention, that's how people talk when they go on the casino boat. Like I hit that number, you know, and we've always loved playing the numbers and everything else. And I'm not dogging that at all. But it seems to me that it's important to understand the difference between trying to hit a number and trying to hit it big and trying to do an easy flip versus planting a seed, saying, look, I'm holding this asset. It's part of my portfolio. It's part of my economic garden. I've got an economic garden, and I'm going to let this thing grow over time. What do you think people should understand about that, just in terms of knowing that difference? You know, because not everybody who's invested in crypto is going to be a wealth builder. A lot of people invested in crypto are going to go broke. Because they're gambling. What are your thoughts on that in terms of what I said? How can we express that energy without being a wet blanket and telling people that you can't have fun with it, but you got to think long term? Hey,
I'm the party pooper when it comes to my friends in this crypto, because you know, you ask me the question, I'm gonna tell you, should I invest in it? No. You know, you do what you want, but if you want sound advice, I'm going to give you the sound advice. There's not enough there, but you want to gamble, that's what you're doing on some of these coins. But if you want to, if you feel strongly and believe in cryptocurrencies and the blockchain being a significant part of our future, then it's worth learning more. And then if you do believe that, then you should believe in those coins. So now it's not gambling. So now you should understand more about what does it do. You know, otherwise, you know, all I could say to a person is buy low and sell high. You know, that's it on a coin. But let's dive into the coin itself. What does it do? And what are you interested in investing in cryptocurrency for? And what portion of your portfolio is going to be in cryptocurrencies? Cryptocurrencies is just another asset class. It's an alternative asset class, right? And so, you know, the theory is you shouldn't have more than 5 to 10%. You know, some say 5 to 20%. Some say 3 to 5 in alternative assets. And that's all depends on your risk tolerance, your financial planning, you know, circumstances. But in general, it shouldn't be much of your portfolio at all. And then the thing comes is that you hear all the fantastic stories like, oh yeah, I invested in Bitcoin when it was a nickel or whatever, you know, whatever fantastic number. You know what? I get mad too. It's like, damn it, I've been sitting here reading about this all this time, and how can I'm supposed to be an expert? I haven't even put no money in there. You know, I'm not doing that. But you know what? That doesn't actually bother me. I'm willing to not hit on those. You know, I only do sound stuff. If it makes sense, then I'll do it. And the little bit that I'm willing to gamble, I gamble. It's a gamble. You know, I say, oh, I'll spend $500 on that and see what it does. But that's only $500. You know, it's not like you know, these people who invested 100,000 when it was a quarter, you know, with Bitcoin, you know, you hear stuff like that. I'm not going to be in that category. You're not going to hear that from me. You're not going to hear that advice from me. I'm not even looking for that thing. You know, there's no way for me to consult someone on, hey, here's the thing that if you invest a quarter now, you're going to be a millionaire later. You know, yeah, there is nothing like that. So you want to dig into the fundamentals and why we should even be doing this, then, you know, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
All right. Well, I love it. And everybody, I'm speaking with Troy D. White. He's the CEO and founder of Hoodoo Financial. And we're talking about the crypto markets and what's going on in the markets. And also, Troy is joining myself and some other crypto experts to do a masterclass. The masterclass is going to be my first crypto investing masterclass. And I wanted to bring in some of the brightest minds in the Black community. And so if you're interested in taking a look at the program, we start June 8th, and there's curriculum in there that you can jump into right now. Where you can be a fully informed crypto investor, really understand everything that's going on, how it works, what the trends are, how to set up your digital wallets, everything else. The URL's on the screen, cryptoinvestingmasterclass.com. And today is May 27th at the time of this recording. So for the rest of the day, it's actually 48% off. So it's a big drop in the price. So if you're interested, feel free to go to cryptoinvestingmasterclass.com. So let me jump in and ask you this, Troy, to Mr. Troy D. White. So a lot of times I think when you're talking about teaching folks about the right way to invest in crypto, and I agree with everything you said, I don't put more than 10% of my portfolio in crypto because of what you just said. A lot of people don't understand the bottom could fall out of this thing, anytime, and there's a lot of threats to crypto. So how do you find a way to, still, at least I find that you still want to find a way to let people still have fun. Let them still, maybe they will find that quick flip, that, that half a penny coin that grows up to $1 or something, right? Why not dream about that? My question would be, what are some coins, what are some investments that you've seen that, or some coins out there that people could invest in now that could be that next big kaboom? Any candidates they come to mind? I'm gonna pull out my Coinbase app as you're talking, because if you see something
everything
right now,
I'll say that I'm biased in that all the coins that are in my mindset, in my purview, are related to the financial services industry. I don't have like fun things. I don't know any of that stuff.
Okay.
But Ave, I think it's AAVE. I don't know how you say. I say Ave because I was born on an Ave, but AAVE. Obviously Stellar. But Ethereum.
Let me jump back in. Let me ask you about AAVE real quick.
Yes.
So AAVE. Yes. I found AAV when I looked in Coinbase. I typed in AAV. I see AAV BEBAT, AAVE Link, AAVE Up, and AAVE with nothing else. So are should I look at all of them, or do you think I should just pick one? Maybe the basic AAV.
I'm gonna say with nothing else, the AAV.
Okay.
With nothing else, but the type of nerd I am, I'll dive into all of them. But right now I'm not looking, so I wouldn't know how to interpret them. But that's the quick answer, is just pick the plain one. So that company is a pivotal company in that they allow for lending against your cryptocurrencies. So in the larger scheme of things, in fact, hopefully my firm will be utilizing their services soon. But in the larger scheme of things, I am interested in what they do, and the firms that will be utilizing what they do is likely to expand because there is a need there. And so therefore, that is a firm, a coin that I feel positively about. So that's how I break it down. It's like, well, what does it do? And so then I'm looking at, what's the market for what they do? What's the solution? What's the problem they're solving? And what do I think about the growth of that problem, right? Or that solution, the use of that tool. And so that's going to, and then they're we got to look at their blockchain, so what chain are they on? And then we start to evaluate the coin or token, or whatever.
Okay, I think that's a great point. And just so you know, because I'm always curious about things to look at. I literally on my phone just bought some AAV, and I want everybody, and I'm sharing that with everybody because I want them to understand that when you talk about wealth and investing, it becomes like a culture. It's something you just do without even thinking about it. You don't want to be a person that just goes and buys $10 or something and says, "Oh, I'm investing." No, make that part of your infrastructure. The same way you pay rent every month, you should be paying the mortgage on your future. You should be, paying the mortgage on the possibilities for your kids and grandkids, right? Make that an infrastructural part of your day-to-day life or your week-to-week life, so that long-term you'll have something beneficial. Think about the other things you do on a regular basis. What else? Let's see. What else you do? You might pay your rent every month. You buy your groceries every week. You use the bathroom every day. Maybe you go for a walk regularly, or maybe you go to the mall and you spend money regularly. I think that a person that's a serious investor should invest as much as you spend money. So maybe every time you go out and you spend something, you buy yourself something for your future, even if it's just a little bit. Just get in that habit of doing that to make that a part of your life. And so the other point that you made that I really, really like, and maybe you can dig into this a little further. And I'm actually, in a minute, I'm also going to ask you a question I saw in the chat that I thought was a good one. This idea that you have some coins that maybe have a good network, like I don't know, let's say Dogecoin, right, which we know is debatable and controversial, right? So
right.
that another day. But then you have coins that almost appear to be pivotal, like seminal for an entire universe of possibilities, right? Like for example, you have Facebook was created, but Facebook is more than Facebook. There are probably 10 million businesses that spawned off of Facebook, which gives Facebook its power. Same thing with Google, right? So it sounded like you were saying that about AAVE. The AAVE was one of those like pivotal coins where people are going to build on that. And so if somebody builds on top of something, that strengthens that original network, because now you got more at stake, right? I've heard the same thing about Ethereum as well. Can you kind of speak to that in terms of that differential that you might notice when you're looking?
I mean, you that's spot on. I mean, I'm looking for, see, when you have these other stakeholders utilizing that platform, Ethereum, so to say, is first of all, I love Ethereum more so than Bitcoin. But when you have some other apps and other companies built upon Ethereum, then that solidifies the need for Ethereum to exist. So that's kind of guaranteeing your investments somewhat, or adding a some form of a guarantee, to
hey brother, it sounds like your audio's kind of going in and out a little bit. Is there any button you can hit on that end that and then if it's the Wi-Fi, sometimes maybe even shutting the video down for a second might help. I don't know, but I know people in the chat would know.
Am I back now?
You know what? Keep talking, and I'll leave on everybody that's watching to tell us, if you can hear.
Let's go to a wire and let's see how that do. And so anyway, we were talking about Ethereum and how other firms use their infrastructure, and so that is what I look for. How important is this coin, or is this blockchain, or is the service that they're providing, or I should actually say the solution, because it's all about solving new problems right now. All these new firms with new coins and tokens are coming up with new solutions to problems you didn't even know you had, and it's partly is removal of all these middlemen that are embedded in so many things in our economy. And I just know about those in the financial services industry, and so there's a lot of solutions taking place in financial services. And so those coins that impact the financial services industry impact all industries, because all industries utilize financial services. So that is just very important for people to understand that from an investor standpoint, but also from an entrepreneur standpoint. I know many of the people that you speak to are entrepreneurs, so as much as it is an investment, it's important for you to know it for the businesses that we are creating now, because you should have a plan of how just the same way you have a plan for your online presence, you need to figure out a way. How are you going to interact with with the blockchain and the technologies that are coming in the future? There's some sort of connection to your business somehow.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, it sounds like you're coming through. The audio is much better now. So, can y'all confirm that everybody watching? Can you confirm yes in the chat if you can hear my brother? Let me know if you can hear him. Okay. And everybody, in case you just came in, I'm speaking with Troy D. White. Troy is the CEO and founder of Hoodoo Financial, and he's also partnering with the Black Business School. If you want to learn directly from Troy and ask him questions along with all of our other crypto experts, then feel free to go to cryptoinvestingmasterclass.com. We get started June 8th, but you can actually go through some of the curriculum right now and get started right away. And so Teddy Ewing was here yesterday, and we're going to bring in some more experts that you can get a chance to meet and hear from. So let me ask you about this. Somebody asked earlier about the Fed coin, and that the Federal Reserve is trying to. I just tend to, maybe I'm being biased and skeptical here, but I feel like the government's full of gangsters that just want to get their piece of everything that's happening, right? You give them their piece of the action, right, and then they're not going to mess with you. So the Fed coin has been mentioned. I think Jay Powell and some others have talked about it. What are your thoughts on any of that? I mean, what are your thoughts just on government regulation in general? You can speak on the Fed coin if you've read anything on it, and just sort of what direction that's going to go. I feel like that's one of the biggest threats to the future of crypto is government regulation. What are your thoughts?
I think that governments really have no choice but to create a digital coin. Our money is, halfway digital already. The way we interact with using cards, credit and debit and, bank accounts, and it's really a digit in a computer. So there's not much need for the paper as it has been in the past, but the governments, they don't like competition, so they have more power, and the power is in the regulation and the taxing and in the bullets. So then it becomes which country's digital currency is going to dominate, and so that is going to play out, in my opinion, at the same time as the growth of Bitcoin and the decentralized, currencies, because that cat is out the bag. You can't stop it now. And so as long as firms continue to utilize those tools, we can call it digital money and all of this. They're tools, they're digital tools that allow us to connect business and do business. And so that's not going to stop. So even if somehow in the end, the government forces you to cash out in digital dollars, so be it. Whatever the rule is, I'm confident that we can win using the rules that they said. Everybody gonna have those same rules. Just tell us what the rules, and we can run faster, jump higher, and we stronger. So, but we got to get in and build our infrastructure. When I say our, I mean an African American, network of entrepreneurs and businesses of some sort, so that we don't end up getting blocked out of the blockchain, so to say. And so, that can happen, especially if the U.S. creates a digital coin. I don't know how. Don't ask me exactly how, but you give them an entryway in there to shut us down somehow, then they will, right? So we better be there strong before they get there, or at least have your foot in, be ready to get in.
Oh yeah,
where we fit in.
Oh yeah, we know that's true. Now, somebody, Amika mentioned something that I thought was really interesting. Amika made this statement. I want to tell me first of all, I'm going to ask the audience if they agree or disagree. And then I'm going to ask you, Troy D. White, as the crypto expert, what you think. Amika made a statement that says Dogecoin is not solving a problem. It has no true utility. So how many of you agree with that statement? Yes or no? How many of you feel that Dogecoin, just has no true utility? Give me a yes if you feel like it has no real utility, no real value. And how many of you disagree with that statement? Give me a no if you disagree. Okay, I see J9 says agreed. Rico says correct. Jew F Baby gives a thumbs down. Teresa says yes. Sherman says Dogecoin is garbage. All right, so let's ask our expert, Mr. Troy D. White. What are your thoughts on Dogecoin?
Yeah, I think she's correct, right? But you can say that about a lot of things in the world. You can say that about gold and diamonds, right? Those are both worthless pieces of rocks out of the dirt. So, you know, they only have value because we said it got value. So,
Wow.
you know, if we say it, do it, do. And so, but on Dogecoin specifically, you know, and it was made up as a joke. The thing is, I think now it's searching for a reason to exist. And so I don't doubt that it might have a reason and it might be some good thing, you know. But right now, nah, man, I could not advise any client, oh yeah, man, buy that Dogecoin. It'd be like, okay, yeah, well, you know, I can't have an intelligent conversation as to why. But you know, but like I say, anything can go up in value, you know, just because it's, you know, it's popular. You know, if it gets popular, it can go up. You know, with those shoes with the red bottoms, right? Everybody want them. They won't be wanting them at some point, right? So right now, it's the biggest thing. You'll pay $500,000 or whatever. But you know, 5, 6, 7 years from now, it won't. So is Dogecoin like that? I don't know, because right now it don't have no reason to exist. It's like she said, it's not solving a problem. But they might find a solution though, because remember, is it a storage of value? Can it store value? It's doing that. You know, can it be a means of exchange? It's possible. What Elon Musk say you could buy his car with him, I think, right? I think he said that. But you know, I don't know. To me, I wouldn't put my money in it like as an investment, but I would put it in like at Vegas, you know, like, hey, okay, I spent $500 in Vegas. I'll spend $500 on that. You know, it's better than it's more of an investment than rolling the dice. But so I'm sort of cracking a joke there, but I think people will find a way to have it solve a problem, just because so many people own it now and they don't want to lose their money. So people are gonna find something to do with it.
Well, you know, I think that's an excellent point, and I think it's you're right. I like the analogy with the gold and the diamonds, because you're right. You know, who decided that a diamond was going to be worth anything more than what a typical rock would be worth? Right? We attributed value to diamonds, and then you talk about red bottom shoes, and yeah, there's somebody who made a multi-million, maybe billion-dollar investment in red bottom shoes, and it paid off. All right, and it seems to me that when you're investing in something that people are choosing to ascribe a value to, there's a timing aspect, right? Like, I want to invest in red bottom shoes when I see that everyone wants to buy red bottom shoes, or when I think people are going to start wanting to buy red bottom shoes. But the minute I start seeing that they're not popular, I reduce my investment. And so maybe that's what it is. Maybe the new way to think about something like a Dogecoin is to think about the red bottom shoes. There's a logical reason why you, as a business owner, who might allocate some capital to red bottom shoes, but you have to be very careful, because the number one goal of a wealth builder should be to preserve their capital. Just like a quarterback's job is to protect the ball first and then score touchdowns, right? So you got to protect the ball. So as an investment advisor, you don't want to tell people to go into things that might cause all their wealth to just evaporate, right? That's why you diversify. That's why you look at you consider the stability of a given asset class, things like that. Now, I want to let you guys know, somebody asked about the enrollment link for the masterclass, which starts on June 8th, and said that it's not working. I'm looking at it right now. I don't see it does look like it's not quite working right now. For some reason, there is an enrollment button at the very, very bottom. And so you can actually click that, but I'm going to get my team on it and get them to fix that, because I don't know exactly what the deal is with that. But it looks like it's actually, now that I'm messing around with it, it does look like it's working. So feel free to go to Crypto Investing Masterclass if you'd like to join us, and you can sign up. If you have any trouble with anything or any questions about anything happening in the Black Business School, we have a great support team. You can email support@theblackbusinessschool.com. They can help you out. They can take care of you. Also, we have specialists on the line who are right there that can talk to you about whatever your family's goals are, what your financial objectives are, what your needs are, so we can help you. All right. So with that said, let's ask one more question, and then I'm gonna throw it to the audience, and I'm gonna throw it back to our expert, Mr. Troy D. White, CEO and founder of Voodoo Financial. Oh, sorry, Hoodoo, not Voodoo, Hoodoo.
Correct.
Voodoo Financial. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
So, what do you guys think? Give me a yes or no in the chat. Do you think that the government has the power to stop cryptocurrency? Do you think that if the government decided, you know what, we need to get rid of this, we're going to block this, we don't want this to happen anymore, do you believe that the government has the power to just say, we're banning this? If we catch you mining it, we'll send you to jail. If we catch you selling it or running an exchange, we'll send you to jail. Like, do you think the government can actually pull that off? Okay, I see a lot of yeses and a lot of no's. DeAnthony says no. Ardent Plumbing says yes. Oh, sorry, he says no. Justin Lewis says no. Corey says no. J9 says yes. Okay, so let me ask our expert here. So, Mr. Troy D. White, what say you on that question?
Well, you know, China is able to shut down a lot of things, and they hate crypto over there. So I'm going to say technologically it's possible, and I'm just sort of thinking, okay, how would they do it? Ways, you know, put some sort of block.
It sounds like your audio issue came back a little bit. I don't know if anybody else is going try it again. Just try it again. Let's see.
How about now?
That sounded good.
How about now? Okay, so I was saying that, you know, based on the China model, I say, yeah, the U.S. could do some very tricky things. However, it exists all worldwide, so it would have to be every government working in cahoots. So, so the short answer is no. They could do a lot, but they can't stop it. And we need to be global in our mindset anyway. So we need we need to access to be in a decentralized market. We need to be able to have assets that can move around from I'm in theory from country to country, but in reality, I'm just saying from the clutches of the evildoers who, you know, like to put up barriers in front of us.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the audio was still a little bit choppy, but I think that you were saying that the governments would all have to work in cahoots pretty much for it to shut down. And I don't put it past them. I personally think that they are working toward, you know, they always use that term New World Order. And I believe that there's a reason why that term has always been in existence, because I believe that their goal is to create a world government at some point. And so I wouldn't be surprised if at some point they did try to regulate, you know, in a global way. I know Janet Yellen, Treasury Secretary, was speaking about coordinating with other countries to you know, regulate cryptocurrency. And I'm hopeful that their goal is to just make sure that it's safe and make sure that the market has good transparency and that investors are protected. I get that. Like, I totally agree with that. But what I also know is that human nature can breed a lot of greed and selfishness and bad incentives. And that's the part that I don't trust. So we'll see how that plays out. And I want everybody to know that my brother Troy White, Hoodoo Financial, does Hoodoo Financial have a website?
Yeah, www.hoodoofinancial.com, HOODOO financial.com.
All right, so hoodoofinancial.com. Let's see, I'll put that on the screen. And I hope everybody can take a moment and thank our brother for coming in and sharing his knowledge with us. Mr. Troy White, CEO and founder of hoodoofinancial.com. And I'm going to put the URL on the screen so you guys can see it. And also, Troy is going to, I just got a chance to talk to him directly. We've met before, but this is our first time really getting a chance to really talk. And Troy is going to join us. He's one of we have many people that applied to be a part of the crypto investing masterclass that we're putting together in the Black Business School. And Troy made the cut. Teddy Ewing, another amazing Black woman from Cairo, made the cut, and we have some other experts in there. So if you'd like to join that masterclass, I'm leading this masterclass. It's like an investment group. There's a private Facebook group. Also, there's a 100% money back guarantee if you're not happy for any reason. If you want to get a big discount, discount today, and today only you get 48% off. Just go to cryptoinvestingmasterclass.com. That's the URL on the screen. And so thank you all very much for hanging out with us. And thank you, brother Troy White. It's great to get a chance to speak with you, man.
My pleasure. Appreciate you.
All right. All right. Well, you guys have a good day, and hit the thumbs up button on your way out if you could. I would really appreciate that. And we will see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.